Alright, good morning. It's a Saturday. I'm here down at the shop. Been out through the night doing some after hours calls and stuff, so I finally up and moving enough to come down and tackle some of the chores I've got to do. Shop's pretty busy. Kind of show you a little bit of what we got going on. Got the head pulled off of this 6.7 Cummins. It actually dropped a valve, so that number 6 piston's pretty dented up. We'll be working on fixing that. Head's off at the machine shop. This is an overhaul on an X15 Cummins that we've been doing. We're just kind of putting the finishing touches back on it. Hopefully it'll run for a long time. This is the old head off of that. Then we're doing a transfer case in this old 4-wheel drive military type truck. Pretty sweet. So anyway, main thing I'm after today is working on my square body. I've finally got the motor in, been driving it for a couple weeks. Let's get this warmed up. But finally had my first hiccup. First hiccup with the square body. Got it to my house and hopped out, and it's leaking all the transmission fluid out from, I think it's just a line that goes to the cooler. So, oh, and the tire's flat. I go out the next morning, got a flat front tire, but the new motor's still running strong, so that's good news. So we'll take the tow truck real quick over to the house, pick it up, bring it down and dump it in the shop here, and kind of make a game plan and show you what I'm after as far as upgrades and the next few things I'm going to do to the truck. So follow along. Alright, so we went and got the truck at the house, got back to the shop. Now I've got Deegan airing up that front tire before we roll it off. Just make it a little easier on us. But if I can get you a look at the damage, you can see it's all leaking right here. But all that really happened is a hose came off the cooler lines. So we're gonna have to reattach that and figure out why it's popping off. Fill it back up with fluid. Luckily I didn't drive it very far, so the transmission's probably gonna be fine. We'll get some air in this tire, roll it off, and kind of talk about some plans with the old girl. Alright, we're back in the shop. Tire's aired up. Seems to be holding air, so probably a valve stem leaking or something. Not sure what we're going to do about the cooler line. Probably need to flare the end. It's just a rubber hose goes over a metal line. So we're probably going to flare the end of that so it has something to hold on to when we clamp it down. I do have plans on getting tires. Just trying to decide. I really wanted to go away from these 20s. They're in good shape, but I like the smaller rim, bigger tire look for these trucks. But probably to go easier on the budget, I'll probably just get new tires for these. These are just hard. There's a little bit of tread left, but I mean, they're rock hard. Deegan won't give me any of his money so I can buy rims.
Sorry.
So for now, we'll probably just put some tires on it and worry about what else it might need. I'd like to just go through it as I go. But so far I've put like 200 miles on the new motor. You want to pop the hood? But I think 150 or 200 miles on it. Haven't had any issues at all. I had a good break-in, did service then. Ready to do another service now. Typical square body. But yeah, so far really impressed with how it's running. Haven't had any leaks or any issues like that. As far as suspension wise, I would like to upgrade it a little bit and then maybe do some Fox or Bilstein suspension just to kind of help with the ride of a 1-ton 80s pickup. But the main goal is to just make this as capable off-road as I can while still keeping it a daily driver, so we can do a little bit more recovery work on the side off the trails and stuff. So was originally thinking a winch bumper, but I really like this bumper. It's in good shape, so I found online there's an engineered vintage is what it's called, but they've got a kit that you can put a winch up under the bumper, and it has a little bracket that flips your license plate up if you need to run the winch line out. So I'll probably be doing that. So first things are probably going to be the winch and then some tires, and then we'll keep building from there when Deacon starts sharing his money with me. Alright, kind of show you what we're doing. It made a mess under here. You can see everything's wet and dripping, but this tranny cooler line, I've got a flaring tool on it now, and I'm basically just going to flare the end of that, so when I put the hose back on it, clamp it down, hopefully it can't pop off at all. So I'll just turn this flaring tool right here with the rod, and it'll take that edge to where it just has just enough that a clamp will probably hold it on with a little bit of pressure. Alright, so I just put this flare, you can kind of see a flare on that now. Hopefully we'll slide the hose over it, put a clamp right behind that flare, and that'll help hold it from popping off again. Pretty slick. Okay, so I got that flared out, the hose back on it with some hose clamps. Now we're just filling it back up with ATF. I feel a lot better about that. I probably should have done it from the get-go, but you live and learn, I guess. We were just itching to get it going. So anyway, that's kind of an update on this square body truck. I've said it before, it's an 86 K30 1-ton, so it's got Dana 60. Plenty of rust. It's not perfect by any means, but little by little we'll get her fixed up, and it's kind of cool to keep these old trucks alive anyway. So we'll keep you in the loop with what's next, but tires and possibly that behind bumper winch is going to be first on the list if we're lucky. So maybe upgraded some steering or a few things like that, but should be back on the road in no time. Thanks for watching.